Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to sidechain in FL Studio. So there are different ways you can sidechain in FL Studio. There are some different complicated ways as well. You can route different volume levels and link them to a sidechain, for instance, so the volume is ducking whenever some other elements are playing in your project, for instance. So you can do that by a lot of different methods actually, and but I'm going to show you the easiest method to sidechain and that I use every time in FL Studio, and I know almost everyone is using this as well. So first of all, I'm going to create an instrument. I'm just going to go with the basic 3x oscillators here and just create a very basic kind of bass sound, you know, very basic sound, just so you can see what I'm doing here, just so you can see how I sidechain this as well. And if you don't know what sidechain is basically when the volume goes up and down automatically, and it's mainly used to duck the sound to get the kick drum in front of the mix. So whenever the kick drum is hitting, the volume of the other elements that are sidechain is going down. And it's only going down when the kick drum is playing, and then it's going up again. So that is basically what sidechain is, and what sidechain is mainly used for. But you can use sidechain in other ways as well. But the main thing with sidechain is to duck other sounds to get the, for instance, kick drum in front of the mix, so you can hear the kick drum, so it's coming through, you know. All right, so let's just create a very random sound here. Alright, so now we're going to sidechain this. So first, I want to assign this to an individual mixer channel. So let's select that and just channel routing, route selected track. So now we have our 3x oscillator plugin here in this mixer channel. So we can now go and put a plugin here in this mixer channel. But what I'm going to do here, and this is also why it's very important to create buses in your project. This is because you can create sidechain for each and every element, of course, but that is going to be you're going to be tired of it, because if you want to sidechain, let's say, almost everything in your track besides, let's say, the drums, for instance, then you have to actually create sidechain for each and every instrument and each and every audio sample, for instance, as well. So this is why it's very important to group things together in FL Studio or in every project. So if we route this, let's say we route this channel track, this 3x oscillators, to our synths bus here. So let's do that. Let's select this and now just create this and delete it from master. So now it's routed to our synths channel. Or actually, this is a bass sound, so let's create it for the bass sound instead. So let's delete that and just route it to our bass mixer channel instead. So now we have our bass channel here, and in this bass channel, let's now create a plugin. We now want to open up the gross beat here. As you can see, this is a very nice plugin in FL Studio, and what this plugin does is basically to cut the sound in time. So there is a nice preset here called Sidechain, which is there, and now we can see the volume is going to just duck whenever the kick drum is playing. So the kick drum is playing here, so you can see that the signal is going to get to 0, and then it's going to go up until the maximum. Then the kick drum is hitting again, it's going to go to the lowest setting, and so on and so forth. So that is how sidechain works. And the very nice thing with this plugin here is that you can actually just right click here and you can choose how much of the sidechain you want by this going with the curve here. You can do it that way, and you can also choose how much of the sidechain signal you want. So let's say that you only want half of the signal to be sidechained and other half of the signal to be just left out, you know. Then you can do it very easily with this knob here. So let's just try it out here. Let's just play it and you will see how the signal is being affected of this plugin now. And now it's so much sidechain, it's so much volume cut it off here that you can't barely hear the signal. So let's just right click here. So let's create some more sidechain, or more of the signal coming through. And now we have some different EQ here, for instance, that is cutting off our signal. So because we did that in our template, so let's just get some signal back again. So now we can hear the bass more. Now you can really hear it. So we're going to lower the volume a bit. Let's go back to our bass channel and now grow speed. You can really hear that pumping sound now. You can also set different points here. So let's say that you want to create a new point like that. Now you can make the sidechain really, really weird here. So you can take off one of this signal here, one of the beats here, and then just having the sidechain as regular in the 3 other beats here. But in most cases, you just want the sidechain to be like this, basically. And this is how the sidechain works. You can also do it just like this, having more smooth sidechain. And this is what I always go with. Or this is maybe too much, so you can just lower the knob here. So that is how sidechain works in FL Studio. Let's see you in the next lecture.